Hey y'all, this is Donna again. So I got my braces on February 16th, and so I haven't really been comfortable with uploading a video because I'm still trying to get used to speaking, and the first couple weeks are really difficult. So I guess I'll start from the beginning before I got my braces on. So I have my first 4 premolars extracted. These 2 and these 2. So that was not fun. I ended up with 3 dry sockets. It was I wanted to rip my jaw off. It was pretty miserable. Anyway, so I've recovered from that. The holes are still healing up a little bit. Still getting food stuck in there, but like I'm not worried anymore about like getting infection or things like that because they've healed over that much. So I got my braces on February 16th. As soon as I do have 4 crayons on 4 teeth, on 4 molars. So when my orthodontist put the brackets on those teeth, he said he expected the brackets to fall off because the glue that he has doesn't properly adhere to crayons because they're not porous like teeth. So within the first 9 days, I think I lost all 4 brackets off those 4 molars that have crayons on them. My dentist lives like 1,500 kilometers away and there's no other orthodontist in town, so I have to wait until he flies back into town for me to get anything fixed for readjustments or any work like that. And so I was supposed to I should say today, I think today is March 25th, Wednesday, I don't know. I was supposed to have spacers put in between those teeth that lost the brackets, and then last Wednesday and then last Saturday I was supposed to go in and get bands on those teeth that have brackets, so then the brackets are more supported on those teeth for movement. So because of this whole COVID-19 epidemic that's happening globally, my orthodontist had to cancel his visit to my town here in Labrador. So by the time I get to see him, I think it's April 24th, it'll be like 12 weeks, I think, since I got my braces on and for my first adjustment. So I was kind of really nervous about that, but like every day I wake up, a different tooth hurts. So I'm like, okay, well, these braces must still be working because things still hurt every day. So, so I'll just show you. I'm not having, thankfully, a wire cut into any of my cheeks or anything. I only had to wear wax for probably the first week. And after that, I gradually weaned myself off the wax because I was finding I was too dependent on it, and I wanted to be able to toughen up my mouth to be able to talk with the wax. I found the wax really inconvenient, really. So these are the teeth that I lost my brackets off of. This tooth here and 3 on this side. So there's 2 and one down there. Yeah. So they gave me a little the orthodontist clinic gave me a little package of I guess starter tools for living with braces. So first and foremost, I want to mention that I brought this Oral-B electric toothbrush, and I also bought this head. It's kind of blurry, but you get the kind of idea. I bought this specific head for this toothbrush because this head was made specifically for going around brackets. So this is an ortho head for orthodontics. Anyway, when I first got this toothbrush, like even before I had any teeth extracted or anything like that, I found this toothbrush this is a $200 toothbrush too. I found it way too powerful. I found it hurt my teeth, and after speaking to my dentist about the electric toothbrush, this is the Oral-B 8000, I think it is. After speaking to my orthodontist, he was a little concerned about me using an electric toothbrush. He said that often they cause receding gum lines, so you should be really cautious. So I don't use this anymore. I just use this a handful of times. You know, you can replace the heads. Maybe I might give it to my mom. I don't know. Anyway, so I'm just going to go over some of the things that I use for my care, my oral hygiene care. Oh, I forgot my mouthwash. So first of all, I bought this wax, and this wax comes pre-cut, and you just tear off into little pieces. And I've already got a nice bit used there. You can see it's like cubed off. And then actually, when I take one of those cubes, I cut that in half again with my nail, because I found that only half a cube was good enough. And what I found when putting wax on your bracket, because my teeth were so sore when I first got my braces on, pushing the wax onto a bracket was pretty painful. So I found that I was like putting my finger behind the tooth and then sticking the wax on with my index finger just to give some support for the tooth, sort of pushing down on it, whereas the wire is already working to make that U shape for your braces. So the only places that I really needed wax for was for these teeth here that has a little hook on them. Can you see this? Yeah, that's not fun. And within the first 3 days of getting my braces on, I had to do a presentation. That was pretty difficult. I think I did an okay job, but like trying to talk and to pronounce some words, and even now, like I'm finding like words with P's or PH's or F's I'm struggling to pronounce. But it's gonna be all good in the end, I hope. So anyway, so let's move on. So this is another little thing that my orthodontist gave me. These little things here, you let it dissolve, you let one dissolve in your mouth, and don't swallow it. And it highlights the areas in your mouth of where you're missing when you're brushing and doing your oral care. So it sticks to the plaque, and it identifies the areas that you're missing, so that you know where areas where you need to start focusing on and work harder in those areas. Make sure that your oral hygiene is good, and you know your teeth and gums stay healthy. This little mirror is another thing that my orthodontist gave me into a little package. This little guy I find great for, in the beginning, looking up into the holes where the teeth were extracted to see how they're healing or things like that. Or like if there's something in the back that I want to make sure that, you know, I'm getting all the areas in the back and reaching it and stuff like that. So great little tool, a mirror. For dental floss, I use this kind here. I find this is the best stuff for tight teeth. It's thin enough that, you know, it gets between the really tight spaces, even before I have my braces on. And this is the dental floss that I've been sticking with, because most dental floss I find is too thick, and even the first 2 weeks of having my braces on, it was very painful flossing just because the teeth are moving and trying to get that even such a thin dental floss in between your teeth was pretty painful. So the thinner the better, I like, and you know, make sure you floss every day. And I also like this one because when you pull it off, I find it thin and like it's wax, so like the ends are kind of defined, so I don't, oh, I forgot another part. There's like this little thing that goes like this, a little plastic thing like this. It can go between your braces. You feed the wax there, then you pull the plastic thing down, so then it feeds the floss between your ear wire and your teeth. It just helps guide the floss into the areas of where you need to floss. I don't use that because I find this dental floss really good at, you can just look in the mirror and you can just poke it down through, pull it through and floss and pull it back up. This is the best dental floss. I've been using this for years. Moving along, I've been using this toothpaste. After reading a lot of reviews and stuff, people advise to not use whitening toothpaste. I drink a lot of tea, so I just use my whitening toothpaste like maybe once or twice a week, just to get that little bit off from all the teas I'm drinking all week. This toothpaste here, the Crest Pro Health, it is for a sensitive and enamel shield as well. And I also have the mouthwash, that's the Pro Health Crest as well. And I like it because it doesn't burn too much. But I do find that, you know, after I've cleaned all my mouth and I've brushed my tongue and all that stuff, and I use the mouthwash, there's like little blue pecks of stuff left in my mouth. So I have to rinse my mouth again with water. Anyway, so this toothbrush here is what I've actually been using. This is what the orthodontist gave me in the little kit. So with this toothbrush, you can see that it has a little groove there along this. Can you see that little groove? So that fits great. My braces fits great in there. And so I've been using this one. This is by just an Oral-B toothbrush. Yeah, so this one here has been great. I've been using this every day. My orthodontist also gave me a travel toothbrush, which is amazing because I do travel a nice bit, and you know, and I also keep it in my briefcase at work and in my desk when I'm not traveling. So this toothbrush here, the toothbrush folds down into the handle like so. Let me just open that up again. So yeah, so you can click it together and you got a handle. It's like a full-size toothbrush and it's great. I love it. And I also have just a little mini travel toothpaste that I use. It's okay. I mean, it's just like, I do have a regular full-size toothpaste at work and stuff that I take with me, but when I'm on to go, I like to use just a small one. And where I live, we're pretty limited to the amount of travel, little things that we can get in this area. So after I've done my brushing and my flossing, what I do next is I go in with these little scrubby things. And here's a bigger pack. I'm showing you what they are. And so these green ones this is what my dentist gave me, the little supply kit that they provided me when I first got my braces on. So I'll just take the little cover off. And you can see it's like a little brush. And what you do with this is, because or your toothbrush is kind of missing the sides of your teeth under the wire. So what you do is you just take this little scrubby and you go between your tooth and the wire and you scrub next to the bracket. And what that does is make sure that you get all the plaque off of your teeth. And it's a great little tool. But with that said, where my braces are still new on my teeth, and a lot of my teeth are really tight against the wire, and I found it quite painful to use this one. So I went and I bought these ones. So these are little blue ones, and the little scrubby thing is, the diameter is much smaller, so it can fit in between those tighter spaces of where I can't fit with these green ones. Also, be sure to scrape your tongue. So, and this is gum brand as well. I'm not really a big fan of this tongue scraper, because I'm finding like this side is fine, the brush side is good. But then when you flip it around to use the hard plastic side to scrape off all that ground that you just scrubbed, it hurts the back of your tongue. Like, you have to scrape it at the right angle so it doesn't cause you any pain. But definitely you need a tongue scraper, because that's where a lot of bacteria and stuff hangs out in your mouth. You don't want to be sleeping all night with all that left in your tongue and then soaking in your mouth, and it'll cause cavities, you know. So yeah, so this is braces so far. I think, you know, I've been watching a lot of videos, and I joined Dr. Greg's Facebook group. It's been so encouraging watching, not only encouraging, but also I really like, it's like a sense of community and help, and, you know, it's just a really positive group. You know, people are proud of, you know, the work that they're getting done, the progresses, and, you know, the amount of support that everybody gives each other. It's fabulous. If you're on Facebook, I would suggest joining that group. It's great. So yeah, so my next appointment won't be until April 24th, I think. So I still got like 6 more weeks to go. So I'm still not eating food properly. I can't bite into anything. I tried to have some peanut butter toast the other day, and I had to use a fork and knife. Yeah, I ate a burger a couple weeks ago with a fork and knife. But I'm looking forward to the end results, and, you know, I'm not really as self-conscious about my braces as what I expected to be. I thought that, you know, I'd be kind of like covering my mouth when I was speaking to new people, but I'm not. Like, I just feel like this is my self-improvement for me. So far I am really looking forward to the end result, and hopefully I get there sooner than later. And if you're thinking about getting orthodontics, you know, I just feel that, you know, just the things I've learned from everybody else that has gone through orthodontics, and the support that people give, or even the encouragement that everybody gives who had braces. They're like, oh yeah, it's going to be so worth it in the end, and you'll be so happy. So that's what I'm holding out for, and why I'm going through this process, because I'm really looking forward to a fabulous smile with straight teeth. So yeah, so let me know, and everybody else know, like, what if you're going through orthodontics. Are you thinking about it? You know, maybe I'll be able to answer a question, or maybe somebody else following the page might be able to answer the question for you. Who knows? Anyway, that's enough until next time. I will update after my first adjustment and let you know how those spacers go and getting those on and all that jazz. All right, take care.